G'day, I'm WatchDog-J, and welcome to Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, the remake of Metal Gear Solid 3, which I said in a poll I put on YouTube that if I played Metal Gear Solid, I would only do Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain or Ground Zeroes. I've want both of them or one of them because I was like, that's the only one there's like, that one I haven't played, and I didn't really want to do the whole series, but I've been having so much fun with this. I really want to do a series on European Extreme, and on top of that, I just uploaded a video getting the Platinum Trophy, so I thought I should have an actual series of it if I'm going to do that. So New Game Plus. I'll do New Style just because it's for YouTube, but I really like the Legacy style. Wow, I've not done this in a while, and you can probably tell. I almost didn't even put it on the game mode. So New Game Plus on European Extreme.
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
I actually started, as soon as I finished getting this Platinum, I started a playthrough on classic MGS3, and it's so funny because they're so similar in every way except for control scheme to where when I'm playing either one of these, I'll just mess up the dumbest thing. Like in this one I kept pressing square to try and shoot, and then I went to the original and I'd click R2 and put my gun away, and I was so messed up. Because I played Metal Gear Solid 1, not 3 to be specific. 3 I've seen heaps of. To be honest, Delta is my first time playing 3. It's just I had consumed so much content on 3 already, and because I'd played 1 a lot, so I just ended up being way more used to classic controls. I can't wait for Master Collection to come out. I've never played Peace Walker, and I own MGS4 already, but I still haven't played it.
Put on your mask. Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
Approaching release point.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
Yeah, like, this is painless, that's what he's doing. I just made that up, joke up on the spot. That other guy didn't say anything, trust me. I thought that said original motion direction Toyota.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
What? Toyota
6 minutes
motion
to drop off.
directed
Opening
this
rear
game?
hatch.
Despite playing new control scheme, we are playing with the Legacy filter, because that is the way to play this game, trust me. Anyone playing the Metal Gear Solid 3 for the first time with Delta should put Legacy filter on. It should be the default filter, honestly.
2 minutes to drop off.
And then the actual Legacy filter should be way stronger.
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
You know,
This is one for the history.
even though I would
World's
prefer
first Halo jump.
that they did the game on
10 seconds to drop
Fox
off.
engine,
Stand by.
or, you know, just a new engine, like an in-house engine,
All green.
because I don't really like Unreal Engine 5. I'm sick of everyone using it. but it's still like, it looks
Spread
great.
your wings and
People who
fly.
say Unreal Engine 5 looks bad are just lying. Look at this. All the stunts were necessary, by the way.
Jack, I've got some important news. The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous mission.
Virtual mission?
No, the virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission?
Virtual mission.
Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich.
Sorry, I don't know why I thought it'd be really funny to say
He's head of the
virtual mission again, like
OKB-754
right now,
design
but it just wouldn't be,
one
would
of the
it?
Soviets' top secret
It's
weapon
not
research
funny at all.
facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov. Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
Virtual
The
mission.
Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin to orbit was the A-1.
Now I really want to make a
Vostok
video where after everything this guy
Sokolov
says,
said
it
the man
just says
most
virtual
responsible for the
mission.
multi-engine cluster used in that rocket.
Virtual mission.
After Gagarin's
Would that not be
flight,
hilarious?
Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
Virtual
From a
mission.
lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story.
Only
So
where
why do you
Snake
want it
actually
to
says
affect?
something though.
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid.
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the west. We used a mole to get the family out first and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal
How do you know
left him
Hideo
exhausted,
Kojima made this
and we
game?
checked him into
Every
hospital in
cutscene being
Berlin.
2 hours long.
It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th,
Virtual mission.
1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic
Come
missiles
on, that
in
that
Cuba.
would be so funny. Virtual
The
mission.
president demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time,
Now,
he
I
announced
should
a
write
naval
Secret
blockade
Theater.
to prevent further missile shipments
I really
from
should.
reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba, and so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the
Virtual
one
mission.
where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
Oh, stop now.
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Shush.
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
You mean
That's right.
virtual mission?
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital. handing him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my sight.
Virtual
Then
mission.
a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No, according to our intelligence, he's in Selino-Yarsk, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
Because it's been doing for a while.
Nice name for
Virtual
a virtual
mission.
station.
They moved in there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have
Just
known
gonna take
that
this
too,
time
and
to
contacted us.
finish the details on the trophy video I just uploaded. Never mind, we're in finally. I can multitask.
Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino-Yarsk in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the west. If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking. Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat proven.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat Talon?
She's equipped with 2 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as 2 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong, you'll be eating dinner, breakfast, and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
Okay, now that that's sorted, I'll actually watch the game I'm playing. That's a new concept, huh? Like, look, anybody who's played Delta and the original know how much better this filter looks. Even though I will say there are some parts in the early game it could be a little stronger. Overall, it actually is perfect, honestly. There are scenes where I wish it was a little stronger, but in most of the time it looks great. It really does. Like, look at this. This looks how I would imagine a remake of Metal Gear Solid 3 looking, where the actual look of the game by default, the realism look, it still looks great, but it doesn't have the same vibe. Where this feels exactly like Metal Gear 3. Solid 3. Metal Gear 3 is Metal Gear Solid 1. Isn't it? No, there's another... Well, yeah, because this is the mainline one, but there is another Metal Gear game, I forget what it's called.
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory.
I'm pretty sure the only reason
the
the filter isn't as strong in the early game
is
is because they wanted to
Your
diversify it a
codename for this
little
mission will be
bit.
Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on.
Because it gets
You're not to
real
mention
close
your
to
real
the
name.
original filter later in the
Snake?
game.
Oh, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training?
I'm glad to hear
You could
that.
say I'm a
I don't know if
snake
I'd ever
eater.
order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom. This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other
About
words,
that, there's kind of a
weapons and
big
equipment
old
are procured on
parachute
site.
in this
That
country
goes for
now
food
that
as
says
well.
Fox
You're
on it.
completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No, there's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Does he ever
Gotcha.
come to
Getting
telling me
back to
why?
the subject, how
I don't think
exactly
he
am I
does.
supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use
How am I
them to
supposed
hunt
to
for
feed
food. You'll also
myself?
find some medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah, about the backpack.
Don't man, look at the
lost it in a
photo
tree
shoot
on the way
from
down.
Major Zero. God damn.
I
Oops.
see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button. I'll be monitoring your progress over the radio. We can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship. My frequency is 140.85.
Can we talk about how
I'll give you a
the
call if I need to talk to you.
codec, or
If you
in
need
this
to talk
game they
to me,
changed it to
use
radio,
the send
in the
function.
remake I mean.
Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
It's just called radio in the remake, which I think is a good change. Can we talk about how much better, like, see, in gameplay, in the early game, it looks a little, off. I wish it was a little stronger, the filter in this section, to be honest, but, whatever. I feel like the codec calls look way better than they did in the original, because in the original, it was very stylized, and I liked the idea, but I feel like the way it ended up looking isn't as good as it looks in the remake. Like, I really like how it looks in remake. Like, it's a lot nicer being able to
I
actually
see
see
you've retrieved
Snake
your backpack, Snake.
instead of him being
To
bright
equip a
white.
weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack. In the survival viewer, choose weapon from the backpack.
And the cutscenes in the remake
Available
have a
weapons will
lot
be
more
displayed in a
sounds
list on the screen.
than the original.
From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip and press the enter button.
Like, eventually when he pulls the
For
knife
other
out,
equipped items, just do the same thing from item.
you'll
Got
actually
it.
hear the
Use the
sound.
survival viewer backpack.
Yep, that's right.
Where
Survival
before,
is
you only
fundamental
heard
to
the
this
ting
mission.
when it actually comes out.
After you've been out in the field for a while, your stamina will start to drop. If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance. You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly. Keep an eye on your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local flora and fauna. You can use either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
My only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun?
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire. Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So don't get too trigger happy with it.
I've always been
Suppressor's
confused.
durability is
Oh,
shown
they're
in
gonna
the
talk forever.
Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I don't know when
I
I'm
have
gonna
to
get a
find my own
space to
weapons
speak.
and equipment.
Okay, I want to quickly say this. See how they're like, you have to find your own weapons and equipment, because I'm not allowed to make my presence known at all. and I'm not even supposed to engage the enemy or anything, because my presence isn't supposed to be known. I'm not supposed to leave a trace of anything, but I'm given a suppressed tranquilizer gun, which, last time I checked, that is something I was given by the US government, and is to use to shoot the soldiers I'm not supposed to interact with in any way. Like, this game is extremely well written, but the whole, you were a ghost snake, which you were saying a second. I'm not going to spoil anything, by the way, don't worry. That's just, basically, I needed to say that to get the point across. In this one specific section of the game, they completely contradict themselves over and over, because he's like, no, leave no traces, leave no traces except your big parachute and the tranquilizer rounds, and don't interact with the enemy at all unless you're assaulting them or putting them to sleep, basically. And it's like, you can't, what do you mean? I don't get it. And then it's like, you can kill people in this beginning, and I'm pretty sure it doesn't fail you. I'm pretty sure. I've never done it though, so if it does fail you, I'll eat my own words. But I'm not going to test it because I literally can't on European Extreme.
Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo covert action.
On European Extreme, you insta-fail.
You can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste. The same goes for bullets and cartridges too.
You gave me a weapon.
Presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of
cartridges
warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident. You can't let anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know you're there. This is a stealth
There's a
mission.
big parachute.
You're a ghost snake in every sense of the
There's
word.
a big parachute with an American agency's logo on it.
The US government will deny any involvement in the affair.
Then I'll just have to take care of myself, huh?
I'm afraid so. You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose. SIS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule. Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
Use it if you're taken
What does it
prisoner
get
by the
taped
enemy.
in my
It'll
mouth?
send you into
Probably
a state
not.
of false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So, how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pill.
Why
mean that
tape
thing
it to
they
his
put in my
body?
tooth
Like,
before the
why
mission?
not have it in like a
That's
little...
the one. But be
like,
careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
I'll keep it in mind. You said this was a solo mission, right?
Right.
hide it in his
I guess
nipple.
that means I can't count on any reinforcements.
Correct. The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Who?
I'll introduce them to you. This time, survival is of utmost importance. The first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical
Comes up
condition,
with the Star
acting as
Fox
a medic,
crew.
so to
Do
speak,
barrel.
as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with
A
us.
fox.
Sure.
Hello, Snake. I'm
Barrel.
Paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Paramedic.
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me
Wait,
your real name?
I gotta quickly
Are you
say,
going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
the hair on Unreal Engine 5 is a mystery to me, because Unreal Engine 5 hair both looks great and terrible at the same time. Even like the best examples in all of gaming when it comes to using Unreal Engine 5 great, like Silent Hill 2 Remake, the hair is like this anomaly where it looks amazing and terrible at the same time. Like, it looks like it could be from the PS4 and then the unreleased PS6 at the same time. It's crazy. And yeah, you'll see in this game as well, there'll be moments where it's windy and people's clothes are blowing in the wind and the hair is like barely moving. It's crazy.
My name, huh?
But then there's times where he moves his
John
head
Doe.
and
And
his
they call
hair
him Jack
moves
for
just from
short.
him moving his
You're a
head.
regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name. What's your name?
Jane Doe.
His head just
Very
ever so
funny.
slightly moved from
I
his
wasn't joking.
head
But I'll tell
shifting,
you my name
but the
only if
wind
you
will start
manage to
blowing
make
and it
back
won't move at
alive.
all.
My frequency is 145.73.
She's also in charge of recording your mission data. Whenever you want to save, send a message over the reserved save frequency, 140.96.
So saving lets me record my mission data.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake.
Huh?
Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you? A legendary soldier and your mentor. Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's
Thank you for
authorization in the first place.
explaining to me who this
She's going
person I'm
be
supposed to
serving as
remember
Fox's
is.
mission advisor.
Boss is?
Snake, you
She
remember
also
the
helped
person who
plan this
raised you,
mission.
right? Your
She
mother?
and I
Your...
were at SAS together.
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
Boss?
That's right. It's me. Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
It's been 5 years, 72 days, and 18 hours.
You've lost weight.
You can tell just by the sound of my voice.
Of
Yeah,
course
you
I can.
used to sound
I know
fat as
all about
hell.
you.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top secret mission. You didn't need me anymore.
But there were still so many things I wanted you to teach me.
No, I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
The character updates
Sure.
in this game are
What
very,
about how to think
like, they're
a
definitely,
soldier?
How
they're
to
like
think a
perfect,
soldier?
almost,
I
honestly.
can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can learn from someone else is technique.
I'll
In
let her
fact,
speak, then I'll
technique
talk.
doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are
Yeah,
like
you
two
don't know how to
sides of a
fight.
single
That doesn't
coin.
matter as
They're
long
the
as you
same thing.
want to
I
fight.
can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself.
Come here.
Listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having personal feelings about your comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield. And politics are a living thing. They change along with the times. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it had nothing
You know,
to do
this-
with you. I already told you.
This
I was on
whole
a top
bit of
secret
writing
mission.
is so
A
ahead of
soldier
its
has to
time,
follow
to the
whatever
point where
orders
even
he's
today
given.
there's a lot of people who play this
It's
game
not
and
his
have
place
no
to
clue
question
what
why.
this
But
means.
you're looking for a reason to fight.
It's
You're
genuinely
a
really good
natural-born fighter,
writing.
But you're not quite a soldier.
But people see it and they hear it and
A
they're like, that
soldier
sounds
is
so
a political
silly.
tool, nothing more. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission. He has no enemies and no friends. Only the mission. You follow the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you.
The Kojima games,
You have to
I have
choose
mixed
whether you're
feelings
going
towards
to live as a
Kojima, but
soldier
genuinely his
or
games
just
are
another
always
man
like
with a gun.
the cutting edge,
There's a
so ahead of
saying
the time.
ingrained,
The big
loyalty
three,
to the end.
you
Do you know
know,
what it means?
Being
Kojima Productions,
patriotic.
Rockstar
It means
Games, and
devoting
Naughty Dog
yourself
are
to your
always
country.
at the
I
top of the
follow the
line.
president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them. if
Except
necessary.
Rockstar's falling off the
President
deep
and the
end.
top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
But like,
People
his
aren't
games
born
are so
to
ahead of their
take
time.
positions.
Honestly,
Then
this
who does?
remake
The
feels like how,
times. People's values change
like a
over
game that could have
time,
released today.
and so do the leaders of a country.
I'll-
So there's no
I'll
such
elaborate
thing
when
as
they're
an
done
enemy
talking.
in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to think.
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission, Jack.
All right, but do me a favor.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake. Oh, right. Your code name is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War II was a snake. The Cobra unit. A group of heroes that brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
That's why it's codenamed Snake.
I can't
Okay,
think
that
of
is
anyone
his
else I'd rather have
explanation.
with me. Oh, and one more
I don't know
thing,
how I didn't
boss.
clock that was
Yes.
his explanation
It's good to hear
when
your
I
voice
first played
again.
this.
Same here.
Well, I did, I
After all,
always forget
who
it
knows
is.
if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you were always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC techniques I taught you are sure to come in handy.
I kind of like that
CQC.
is really them
Close
kind of
quarters
talking to the
combat,
player.
huh? I've been
They're
at
like,
Green
that's
Berets
what-
for the past few years.
That's what the games have
I'm
always
probably
been,
pretty rusty.
but now you're elsewhere.
Not to worry. I'll be here to help you remember. After all, this is your first actual survival mission. I'll be supporting you over the radio.
Where are you, boss? Next to the Major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My frequency is 141.80. Call me if you need my advice on battle techniques.
Gotcha.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr. Sokolov. Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory located to the north of your current position. Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
That controller vibration. God, I hate Sony. Why do they have to make...
Commencing virtuous mission now.
They like make all this the greatest stuff gaming's ever seen, and then they're like, all this cool stuff we just did is gonna go away. Yippee. Say bye-bye. Come on, man. Yeah, but the like Konami games, old Konami games, but especially Kojima games, are always so ahead of their time. Right? Like, even if we talk about Konami games, if you play Silent Hill 2 original, it doesn't feel weird. Why am I trying to shoot these? I've got them all. It doesn't feel weird because it feels... The original felt like a PS2 game, so going back to it, it's not strange. When you go back and play Last of Us original, the remake is 1-to-1, so both versions still feel like a PS3 game. One of them just looks like a PS5 game. But going back to the original Metal Gear Solid 2, after playing this remake, felt so strange. Look, oh my god, this is what I meant. I just teabagged the snake because I was trying to press circle to CQC. Like, the game is so similar to the original, but so different at the same time, that I just keep doing stupid stuff like that. But, like, going back to... Because even back then... Well, I wasn't alive back then, so I'm not meaning literally back then. I'm talking a little after, of course, for me personally. But, like, in general, back when it came out, even though I was 2 when it came... Wait, no, I was 2 when... Jesus Christ. I was 2 when Metal Gear Solid 4 came out, and now it's getting re-released after 18 years. Jesus. Anyway, this game has... It was like crazy how much more expressive and advanced it was than every other game on the PS2. Like, compare the cutscenes in this to Silent Hill 2, you can see the difference. And then if you play this remake, this feels like the game released like this, and then you go back to the PS2 and it feels strange because the cutscenes, like, everything about the game far surpasses the graphics. Right? Like, it feels like it needs graphics like this. Like, it looks good, don't get me wrong, but I don't get people who are complaining about the realism, the ultra realism of the remake, because Kojima games in general benefit from realism, right? There have been remakes and stuff where remaking the graphics has lost some magic. Like, Silent Hill 2 remake, I think, is on par with the original game, but I'd be a liar if I didn't say there's some of that PS2 magic missing from that game that can only be gained from the PS2. But but this looking realistic like this only helps this game, and the PS2 graphics actually hurt it, because the way how the magic of Kojima games is uplifted by using the latest technology. If you went back and you remade any Kojima game that came out after Metal Gear Solid 2 with the latest graphics, I mean after Metal Gear Solid 1, I'd say Metal Gear Solid 1, the dialogue could be reused, but Metal Gear Solid 1 and older is the only time simply upgrading the graphics wouldn't work, right? Any game that comes out after Metal Gear Solid 1 from Kojima Productions, upping the graphics would just make it better. Of course, you need to keep the original art direction intact, which is why I like the legacy filter more than just the default look of the game, because I feel like it completely disregards the art direction.
KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
But it's because
AK-47s and grenades.
part of the thing that makes these games so good, the Metal Gear games, is how the game itself and the situation you're in is so realistic and grounded. But then the characters are just crazy goofy. That's what makes them so good.
Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited.
Or part of what
Don't
makes them
engage
good.
them in battle either.
So the
This
more
is a
realistic
stealth mission.
the foundation is,
The Major is right.
the better the
The
goofiness
point of this
is.
mission is to sneak through the jungle without being
And
seen.
damn,
success
the
of
characters
mission
look
depends on
so
how
good.
well you use your camouflage.
Oh, my back.
Change your camouflage by selecting camouflage from the survival viewer.
Ocelot,
The uniform option lets you
the
pick
boss,
your
and
uniform,
Snake
while
definitely
face
got the best
option lets you
upgrades.
change your face paint. Choosing camouflage
Although
that
Snake
blends
does
in with
hurt
your
my head because he
surroundings will
looks
help you
slightly
conceal
different but
yourself
exactly
more
the same.
effectively.
And it's like,
Also, don't forget that anything that moves will stand out
it
in the
hurts to
jungle.
think
If
about.
you just stand up and run around like an idiot, you're bound to be spotted. But if you crawl instead, you should be able to sneak by without being
The
noticed.
boss is so good. She's
You can
perfect.
see
How
how
she
effective
looks.
your camouflage is by looking
It
at
is
the
genuinely
camo index.
perfect.
The camo index shows how well your current camouflage
Ocelot
blends in with the
is
surrounding
2,
area.
but obviously
higher
not
the
to the
value,
original
the harder
game.
you are to
The reason
spot, and
Ocelot
vice
looks
versa.
so much better is because now he actually looks like he
key is
grows
to
up
make
into
yourself one
Ocelot
with
from
nature.
the first game.
Keep that in mind as you go along, okay?
Where in the original MGS3 he looks nothing like Ocelot. It looks like a different person. Okay, whoop. I forgot. Crap. I'm gonna put this on. Wait, do I have a better camouflage? It is European Extreme, so I don't care if it's something. Wearing it doubles your life. I'm not planning to get hit. So maybe I don't need this? Well, I'll do this because I think boss fights that take place out in the forest will be a lot easier. What stuff do I got? AT camo. Wait. This isn't a special item? A ghillie suit that can be deployed and retracted instantly. This item will multiply the camouflage effect that is currently equipped. Deploy and retract with L3. Damn! It only multiplies by 5, but whatever. Wait, am I in the bush? I am. Okay, he's out for 2 minutes. This feels like I'm kind of cheating. Nah, it's not. Like I feel like it's going to be exactly the same as if I didn't use this. I mean, I've got all those stupid ducks, so I may as well. Wait. Oh, that's me. I thought I was hearing one of these guys. Why am I moving on my own? Stop! Nice, I'm the perfect shot. Oh, wait. This makes it so I'm 10% more stealthy when I'm crawling. Holy crap, that actually might have just saved my life. Or my save. Because I'm 85% when crouch walking. Because look, 55, I put it away, 45, 65, 85, 95, 90. That's insane. I'm so happy they kept that silly smile. If they got rid of the smile, I would have been like, ah. Bro, look at this. Okay, no, I'm not going to use it. It kind of destroys the challenge of European Extreme. I feel like it makes it way too easy. So I'm going to take that off, and I'm going to put on the one that makes me invisible. No, I'm just kidding. I'll put on this frog mask. Oh yeah. Check it out, baby. Never mind, I'm taking the frog mask off. I can't see anything. Okay, wow. What is this? Shoot the... I'm an idiot. I didn't realize until just then I wasn't even aiming it properly. I hear a frog. Yes. Okay, don't have to deal with these guys now. And we're safely to the next section. I'm just gonna... Bro. Yeah, how is it that, like, half of these game series came out before I was born, but I'm always way more used to the original control schemes? That's what I get for starting my gaming career when I was 2. It means that even though I'm the age where these should be the first times I'm playing these games, I'm already cognitively in line with games from the early 2000s. Nah, I was playing Mario Kart when I was 2, not Resident Evil and Metal Gear. Still, I play those games way more than I play newer games, so what are you gonna do? What's the last brand new IP I played? I can't even remember.
Sokolov is supposedly being held. This place is a dump. I can't see Sokolov from here.
I really can't remember.
Security is pretty tight. There are sentries posted around the perimeter. I wonder how many are inside.
I wonder how many are inside.
Your objective, Sokolov, is inside the factory. They should be holding him in a room in the northeast section.
Northeast section. Got it.
Be careful.
Thank goodness for
Your
these
mission is to bring
1960s
Sokolov
panning
back alive.
cameras.
He must not be exposed to any kind of danger. Do not approach Sokolov
Wrong
while
picture,
in the alert
Major.
phase.
Right.
Oh, and one more thing, Snake.
You mean there's more?
No, it's just that when you get to Sokolov, I want you to tell him something from me.
And that is?
Sorry for being so late.
Is that all?
Grape flavored drinks are where it's at, I'm
Understood.
telling you.
Beginning my approach to the target.
Commencing barrel roll. Can we talk about, you know, I just need to say this. I've been thinking this for years. So the first ever video of Jacksepticeye's, and how I did not enter that conversation smoothly. How I was introduced to Metal Gear Solid, the series, was because of Jacksepticeye's video doing an impression of Old Snake from Metal Gear Solid 4. Oh my. There we go. And that was also my first Jacksepticeye video I ever saw. No, it wasn't. It was one of the first ones, but I saw a gaming video first. But I did see him in 2012 when he started. Because I got my first... What the hell? I got my first device in 2012. So, Christmas 2012, so he didn't have too many videos. It wasn't like I found him on his first one, but I found him when it was like just the shortest little scroll, and I went and found his first one. I was like, this guy's great, what's his first video? And it was Solid Snake impression. Where's that guy? He's not there. Is he here? Oh. Damn it!
Huh? Who was that?
Oh my god! No! How? There's a brick wall between us! Jesus. I knew I should have taken him out. Okay. As I was saying, and anytime... Oh, I'm hitting the tree, I think. No, take him out, please.
This is HQ.
Yes!
What's going on? Respond.
I'm a sniper.
There's something wrong.
Anytime I hear people talking about that video, or even him himself, it's usually in the realm of, it's such a cringy video. But in my opinion, I don't know if anyone agrees with me, I think his Solid Snake impression is actually really good. And I mean specifically for Solid Snake 2, because I watched him play this game after I played it. Whoa, what do you mean? Oh my god, those cavalry's here. One bullet to rule them all. You basically have to do European Extreme non-lethal, by the way, because if you shoot any firearm, unsuppressed firearm, you will get revealed immediately, so you have to use the Hush Puppy or the 1911, which means you could technically do a lethal run, but it would be way more effective to do a non-lethal. No, please. He is actually exist. What happened to you last time, pal? Anyway, to finish the Jacksepticeye thing off, I feel like his specifically for the Solid Snake variation of Snake is good. I feel like if it was for Big Boss, he was doing it, it wouldn't work because Big Boss's voice is very different, and he was doing the impression when mimicking Big Boss, and it didn't sound the same as Big Boss or Naked Snake, but it sounded spot on for Solid Snake. I genuinely think whenever, you know how people recently, they always get YouTubers to do their games, and one of them is Jacksepticeye. That always annoys me, not because they're getting Jacksepticeye to do a voice, but because they always get him to do stereotypical Irish accent. Like, they specifically ask him to do it. And it's like, man, if you ever sat down and watched a Jacksepticeye video, especially a Jacksepticeye video from 2012 to 2016, or 18 he does some really fun character voices. He's even done voices that, to this day, anyone who plays those games just will immediately, even if they've never watched the Jacksepticeye video, hear that Jacksepticeye voice. Like, he becomes the definitive voice for these characters in some series he's done, which is like crazy impressive for a YouTuber. Speaking of crazy impressive, anyone just see that shot? Wow. Anyway, no. And people just always say, do the the Irish accent. And it's like, no, someone get this guy an actual role where he can stretch those acting muscles, because he clearly has them. And also, can we talk about how good I am at this game?
No.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I might actually be the real Naked Snake.
No.
My impression is not as good.
Yes.
Also, I can't hear myself. It doesn't help that I'm not 30 years old, you know. They're waking up, I gotta get out of here. Obviously, my vocal cords aren't, I don't want to say worn out, but they haven't been in use long enough for me to do those grumbly stuff yet, you know. How old was David Hayter when he got the role of Solid Snake? Because that's the grumbliest version of the voice that he's done, Old Snake and Solid Snake. How old was David Hayter when he was cast as Solid Snake?
One of Volgin's men?
David Haddle?
You'll never get it from me.
No. I'm a CIA agent. I've come to escort you back to the other side of the Iron Curtain.
You're CIA?
Yeah. I was sent by Major Zero, the man who got you out 2 years ago.
He was like 28 to 30. Okay.
Zero?
I have a message from him.
Colonel.
What is it?
He said to tell you sorry for being so late.
Did he now?
What does it mean?
Look how good this game looks with the legacy filter.
He's a man of his word.
It's incredible. The god rays and
We've got no time for this. You have to get
the
me out of
light.
here before
Like,
they arrive.
oh, it looks so good.
Who's they?
Who's
Colonel
they?
Volgin of Gru. You in the West know him as Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt? Never heard of him.
Who can tell me if you know a famous Australian? Who knows a famous Australian? Yes, who do you know?
Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt? Never heard of him.
Obviously not that famous.
The
He's a
paint
member
in
of
his
the
face
Army's
actually looks like
extremist
paint now
faction,
too.
a man who seeks to seize control of the motherland. Ever since the Cuban Missile Crisis,
Virtuous mission. Virtual. I messed up my intro.
With the West.
Virtual mission.
Despite resistance and criticism
Virtual
from
mission.
hawks in the army and the provincial authorities,
Look, there
Khrushchev
goes waving
has
that
managed
finger
to
again.
suppress the opposition so far. But the failure of his agricultural policies has put him in a precarious position.
I can't do it.
And
I
on top
really
of
want to
that,
say virtual
the
mission over and
tragedy
over
last
again.
November.
I won't.
President Kennedy's assassination.
Precisely. In a sense, Khrushchev has lost his biggest partner, and his power base is rapidly crumbling away. A certain group is plotting to use this opportunity to
That's
seize
Volgin
power
right there.
by rallying the anti-government forces, overthrowing Khrushchev, and installing Brezhnev and Kosygin in his place. The mastermind behind this plot is Colonel Volgin of the GRU.
Virtual mission?
Controlled by another secret weapons research facility much like this one.
Get out of my head!
812, known as the Granin Design Bureau, and is using it to further his plans. But that is not enough to satisfy him. Now he's plotting to seize the secret weapon I have been developing here and use it as leverage in his bid for power.
I can train myself. I didn't do it. Thank goodness.
The intelligence says that they are going to make their move during the test.
Then, the soldiers outside.
Exactly.
They're here to make out
That
with
many
me.
men just to keep me inside.
I'm kind of a bachelor, but they don't know that I'm not like that. I'm not into. I don't swing that way, but they all want me.
It meant killing me in the process, or so it would seem.
They're all my suitors. You gotta get me out of here, Snake. I don't swing that way, trust me.
Before then,
Leave it to me.
Why am I doing the Snake impression for the guy talking to Snake?
Russian is superb. Where did you learn to speak it?
From my mentor.
Russian school.
Is that so? America's truly a frightening country.
What?
Having second thoughts.
No. I have no love for this place. Let's go.
I may be locked in a room surrounded by people with guns who want to kill me. But at least there is no Americans teaching people Russian here. That's absurd.
Sokolov is safe with me. He's doing fine. No injuries.
Good work, Snake. Now hurry up and get Sokolov to the recovery point. We'll rendezvous with you there.
Roger.
What about the sentries?
I managed to get past them.
I see.
What about the boss?
We lost contact with the boss some time ago.
What happened?
It's probably just a weak signal. Just hurry and get Sokolov out of there.
Virtual mission? I can't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sokolov. Like I can make a really raspy voice, but not a gravelly voice. So every time I go to do what he's about to do, the freaking weird Street Fighter move, I was gonna say, Sokolov, be ready with that Hadouken, but I can't do the gravel. I can only do the rasp. I could sound like I've been smoking for 30 years, but I couldn't sound like I've been eating rocks. It hurts. It doesn't hurt, it's just hard. It makes me want to cough.
Freeze!
Like, hey now, Tommy, you got a cigarette? Like, I could do that, but I couldn't be like, Tommy, you got a cigarette? See, like, I can't. Whoa, holy frame rate, Batman. This is where the problems with Unreal Engine 5. If you're making a gaming console, like an at-home console, drop frame rates with your engine, you know you've done messed up. Because I've never had a console in my entire life that didn't have steady frame rate no matter what was happening on screen. Besides the PS3,
from the Ocelot unit of Spetsnaz.
And now Unreal Engine 5 games on PS5.
Doing here?
Soldier?
And PS3, it wasn't even the console, it was what the games themselves were doing. Like, not every game lacks, like, drops frames.
He's
like,
the Ocelot commander.
That's Major Ocelot to you.
Your major pain.
Don't you forget it.
Ocelot. That was pretty good. Ocelot.
Get out of here.
And Ocelot never lets his prey escape.
What?
Yeah, that's the best thing of all time. Whenever some character in anything says something, and then another person just goes, "What?" It will make me laugh every time. God damn. Makarov Ocelot. That's what that gun's called, right? Makarov. Or am I just getting mixed up with Call of Duty? I know the name of that gun. I know the game of quite a few. The game.
Can't say it feels good to kill a comrade.
You just trick shot at a guy while smiling.
Sokolov, take cover.
Huh.
It is a Makarov. Because I know the names of real guns, but then sometimes I'll mix them up with a game.
You're not the boss, are you?
You're not the big boss. Like, I mean, come on. The ultra realism just makes anything that's already silly extra silly. It's so good. I didn't need to reenact
What
it.
is that stance?
I will reenact it later again.
Huh. That gun.
Like, it looks like this game was made yesterday. It really does. But it was made 20 years ago.
Then die.
And the music. Best music in any Metal Gear game I've played, in my opinion.
Major! Leave it! Shoot the other one!
And that is pretty hard to beat because Metal Gear Solid 1 has some crazy good music. You know, of course, the alert song in this game blows like half of games that exist out of the water in my opinion. It's so good. But unfortunately we'll never hear it because I can't get physically caught up. I just instantly lose. This is a stealth mission. See, like, look at the weird shine on his hair. It simultaneously looks great and unrealistic.
But testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were
It's so
asking to have your
weird.
gun jam on
It
you.
looks like his hair is TV
I
static.
don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil.
Recoil.
That's more of a revolver technique.
Recoil.
You filthy American dog!
Recoil. Ocelot's the best character in MGS1, and he is top 3 in MGS3 as well.
You're pretty good.
You're pretty good. You're pretty good. Pretty good. Blood.
Major, do you read me?
I read you. Snake, you all right?
I've run into a few snags. These guys were after Sokolov too. Apparently they were taking orders from a GRU colonel named Volgan.
A GRU colonel?
Part of an internal Soviet power struggle, according to Sokolov. Something between the KGB and GRU. Between Khrushchev's supporters and Volgan's.
Sokolov was being guarded by the KGB and hunted by GRU?
Dun dun
Snake,
dun.
sounds like this could be even hotter than Cuba.
I don't like it.
It's a pretty hot
Something
country.
about the whole thing stinks.
I agree. You'd better hurry.
Sokolov ran off by himself, but I'll catch up to him.
We're counting on you.
This game genuinely has some of my favorite characters in gaming. Like, even though, I think I much prefer Ocelot from Metal Gear Solid 1. He's my favorite version of him. Obviously, Ocelot's still in this game and he's still as good as ever. The boss is probably in my top 3 female gaming characters of all time, and obviously Snake is one of the best, most iconic protagonists of all time, whether it's Solid Snake, Naked Snake, or Venom Snake, although I haven't played as Venom
You
Snake.
okay? Those men were from the Ocelot unit.
Spetsnaz?
Yes. The best GRU has to offer.
Venom Snake is Naked Snake as Big Boss, by the way,
Calm down.
if anyone's
I'll
wondering.
get you out of here, I promise. And we got some of the best backup we could ask for.
Look.
Metal Gear. It's not. The first time I played this game, the first time I saw this game, I legitimately, I saw this, I thought it was supposed to be Metal Gear. And he literally says the name out loud. I'm such an idiot. The whole game, I thought it was Metal Gear. Until later when they literally drop an Easter egg for Metal Gear.
Equipped tank capable of operating solo.
And I was like, oh, it's not.
Is that thing finished?
No, this is only the end of Phase 1. It won't be truly finished until we complete Phase 2.
That's a whole number bigger than 1!
Its true form. If it is completed and the Colonel gets his hands on it, it will mean the end of the Cold War.
The end of the Cold War?
Yes. And then the Age of Fear will truly begin.
A world war.
I had no choice but to cooperate. I didn't want to die.
It's crazy to think that the faces in the original actually didn't look like this, like as in the movement. They were really out of sync.
Take me to America.
I don't remember if they just weren't in line with any language or only Japanese, but they weren't made for English, that's for damn sure.
Let's go.
You don't have what it takes to get away. And his mouth keeps moving. Like, it's gotta be in sync with Japanese or something. I'm gonna end each episode, great idea I just had. The after clip bit for each episode is gonna be a secret theater clip. Is because it's so funny. I want an excuse to put them in this. Sokolov. Don't get too close to the edge, Sokolov. You will get pulled off even if you're not falling. That's how video games work. This game looks so good. I wish Master Collection was as perfect as the PS2 version, because there's some bits that are just wrong looking, but this remake fixes all of them.
Boss.
I hope they do like a Silent Hill Master Collection. Call it something else, obviously, but like...
Good work, Jack.
What are you doing here?
Sokolov comes with me.
But like... Because Konami obviously really likes game preservation more than a lot of other companies, but they haven't done that to Silent Hill recently. And the one they did do... The PS3 Master Collections for any of the Konami games really are bad. But since they seem to be dedicating to fixing them for Metal Gear, hopefully they'll do it for Silent Hill as well. See, like, the frames are dropped with all the B's on screen. If this game wasn't made on Unreal Engine 5, the PlayStation 5 would be fine with this. Oh, the PS4 would be fine with this if it was an Unreal Engine 5. Last of Us 2 runs on a PS4. And so does Red Dead Redemption 2. The console wants to blow up, but it doesn't.
My friends, let us fight together again.
I have waited long for this day.
Also, the realistic visuals make this whole scene actually work. In my opinion, on the PS2 version, it's just so awkward. Yeah, that.
Five of us are together.
That looks awesome.
It's time we go to the depths of hell itself.
This is so... I'm gonna put my foot down and say this remake just perfects Metal Gear Solid 3.
Is he crying?
Not that it wasn't already a good game, but this just feels like how it was supposed to be the whole time. Like it was destined to look like this. If not a little more green. I mean, Legacy Filter does a pretty good job. Kuwabara, Kuwabara.
Kuwabara, Kuwabara.
I would like if the Legacy filter that we have was actually the base filter. The base filter was actually like a realism mode, and then the Legacy filter was like the new Legacy filter was like overly, like it was basically exactly the original, where everything was really dull and green and washed out. Not washed out, that might be the wrong word.
What is this?
But warm.
I'm defecting to the Soviet Union.
Not every scene was green, obviously, but you get what I mean.
Recoilless nuclear warheads.
Because as the default color scheme, this genuinely would be perfect. But as a legacy color scheme, it's not strong enough.
Another one of your disciples?
And then the default is
We
just
taking
bad.
him with us?
No, this one is still
Or
just a child.
not
Too
stylized
pure for
enough.
us Cobras.
Stylized enough.
He has not yet found an emotion to carry into battle.
What are you talking about?
What kind of emotion is
Think you can pull the trigger?
She's actually called the Joy, but the joke doesn't work if I acknowledge that. Well, she was previously called the Joy. She is now called the Boss. Where'd Vulcan? Oh, he's on the other side. We switched faces. I was like, where'd Vulcan go? Damn, her character's upgrade is so good. So is Vulcan's. I think Vulcan honestly benefits from the upgrade a lot, like the most. I think Ocelot obviously does too, but out of the characters that look exactly the same, Vulcan benefits the most. But the boss looks the best. Look how good Vulcan is.
He's my apprentice.
It also helps he has like no hair, so it makes the hair look really good. Like Vulcan's hair looks incredible. Also like a 6-year-old boy who got his first haircut, but that's how he looked in the original. I've seen some people complain that the faces look too faithful to the original. It's like, you just can't make some people happy, can you? If they remade all their faces to look like real, as close to real people as possible, people would be unhappy. Since they didn't do that and made them as close to the PS2 versions as possible, people are unhappy. It's like, what do you want? my opinion, my very strange opinion, is since Hideo Kojima had nothing to do with this remake, it being as faithful as it is, was the only way to do it, and I agree, and I really like it, it's amazing. But if Hideo Kojima was brought back to work on this game, let's say, and it was this close to the original, I'd be annoyed. Because I'd be like, why didn't you fix anything that was wrong with the original? They did fix stuff that was wrong with the original, but not enough.
Sokolov's research facility.
But because Kojima's not associated, it makes it okay that they didn't change that. It's just a visual upgrade with some gameplay tweaks and even a whole new way to play the game, which I really like. But it's just, if Kojima was involved, then I'd hate how similar it is to the original. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, look, her clothes are blowing in the wind. Her hair is barely moving. That's the only problem, but the original did that as well, so I'm not sure if that's to be in line with the original, or Unreal Engine 5 hair is just that bad. Because his hair doesn't really look that wet here as well, like, it's not flat against the side of his head, it's all spiky still. Like what, he used the world's strongest hair gel? His hair should be like flat against his head, because it should be really wet. Like, it's not drying wet, it is soaking wet. It should be sopping wet right now.
Snake, can you hear me?
Oh well.
Yeah, just barely.
Snake, listen to me. You need emergency medical treatment. Can you move? You've got to get those wounds treated. Hang in there. All right, let's get you fixed up. Paramedic?
Paramedic.
Just relax and it'll all be over before you know it.
Paramedic.
Stay with me. I've seen people in worse shape before. Think you can handle it?
People also like to make fun of David Hayter's acting for Snake.
Boss.
Like, calling it really cartoony and stuff. But I genuinely think David Hayter's acting is great. He obviously does sound a little out of place compared to all the other characters in this game.
If you select cure, you can start the
But people forget that the voice wasn't made for this game. He is more excitable and stuff in this game, but the voice was made for a different character who just looks the same.
And lacerations on your upper arms, right
And it was
elbow,
made
and
for a
abdomen.
game that, while still silly, took itself way more seriously.
Move the healing cursor with a movement stick to the affected part of your body, and press the enter button. Once you've selected the affected area, use the movement stick to select the medical item, and then press the enter button. With this method, you can use items to help your recovery process. To treat a bone fracture,
It was still silly though, don't get me wrong. Metal Gear Solid 1.
Bandages. That should do it.
But
For
it's nowhere near as
lacerations,
silly
a
as
disinfectant to
2 or
clean the wound,
3.
sutures to stitch it up, styptic to slow the flow of blood, and bandages to wrap the wound. If you do everything I mentioned, the wound should heal completely. Understood?
Yeah.
Stay with me.
I just
Go
kind of
into the
realized
survival room
that
and treat those
Solid
wounds.
Snake is kind of just like Nico Bellic from GTA 4 is kind of just Solid Snake if he was Russian and not a secret agent. Why can't I go in there? There we go. How could I see that again? Oh, my health's going down, I think. Oh, hello, the Sorrow. See him behind the rock over there. Suffering from a cut, huh? Whoops. This system is so much easier and improved from the original as well. Like, this is one of the examples of where they actually did fix stuff. Because in the original, it was just so needlessly tedious. It's not like it was a tedious system at all, don't get me wrong. I just mean it was needlessly more tedious than it needed to be, even if it wasn't a tedious system. It was a little. But, like, for example, you had to hold R2 for your stitching yourself up, and then you had to hold L2 for your medicines, and you couldn't let go of the button while you're selecting stuff, or you close the menu. Not the whole menu, but the healing menu. Also, that was some new voice work there, the scream. In the original, he screams once and echoes, but in this one, he just like it keeps going. When the original is like ah, and then it echoes.
Good job, Snake.
We're coming to get you now. Just stay where you are. We'll drop a recovery balloon. Can you set it up?
This game, man. What do you think of this game? Whoa, it got dark. There is... Unreal Engine 5 though does have this like weird uncanniness to it that I kind of don't like a little. Like, it's... Like, distant shots of stuff, like, look at the grass. Why does the grass look like that? It looks like it's painted. It looks like Life is Strange. Some ghosting happening on her hair with shadows. That's what it's called when it like is like looking all kind of fading out and pixely at the ends or the sides or the edges. Edges, that's the word I was looking for. Like this looks like a miniature model. Like it looks real life, but not like I'm actually outside. Like it's on a miniature model set from Beetlejuice. If you get what I mean. At distance. Once you're in gameplay and you're in the area, like close up, everything looks great. In this helicopter looks great as well, for example.
Excellent. A great success. Thanks to the boss and her cobras, I have both Sokolov and the Shagohod.
Like it kind of looks like a 60s movie prop set.
What are we going to do with
a
the
little,
girl?
actually, like it looks like the helicopter's green screened in.
Apparently she's Sokolov's woman.
She's a nice catch. I'll take her. Not so fast, my dear. A kiss of death.
UKGB.
We may be able to use her. She has spunk.
Like, why isn't her hair blowing in the wind? She's in a helicopter with the doors open, even if she's not next to the doors.
Shall we take her back to the base?
Perhaps we should. We have no further use for Sokolov's research facility. I think it's time I gave this marvelous new toy a try.
Colonel.
Why isn't the Colonel's
Even if they are
bottom
our
of his
enemies, they're
suit
still our
blowing,
countrymen.
you know?
But it won't be me that pulled the trigger. It'll be our friend, the American defector.
You're going to nuke your fellow Russians?
Like, bro, I guarantee if somebody didn't know what Metal Gear Solid was and they saw this game, like from the remake first and foremost, and knew nothing else of Metal Gear, they just got gifted this game and played it, there's no way they would ever think to themselves at any point, this feels like an old game. Like, they would genuinely probably just think that this released just now. Because that's how Metal Gear Solid 3 to this day feels. With the only thing that was holding it back is it looks like a PS2 game, but now it doesn't. Got you this time. Good. Save. Yes, please. I gotta cut that out. My save file spoiled the end of the game. I've seen some people complain about this new rendition of the intro, and in my opinion, it is not an issue. It's obviously doesn't sound as good as the original, but it still sounds amazing. And it's the intro now serves a different purpose. So, despite the fact that the point of this remake is half to introduce new players to the game, playing on new mode is actually not the best way to play this remake the first time. It's actually playing on Legacy, believe it or not. Because the new intro to the game very much is like a love letter to the game itself and 60s movies, but the original intro is just a love letter to 60s movies and doesn't show that much of the game itself. So it's like the Legacy mode is really the best way to play the game the first time, even if you're encouraged to play new mode, because it's trying to get new players into the game. It's weird. Like, you can tell fans of the game made this game, because it feels like you're supposed to play this game like it's the original game, not like it's Metal Gear 4, you know, like it's got the Metal Gear Solid 4 over-the-shoulder shooting a new style, but it doesn't feel like that's the best way to play the game the first time. It feels like the best way to play the game the first time is Legacy controls, with Legacy full time. And nothing really demonstrates that better than the fact that this intro shows you half the game, but it's like not presented like it's presented like a trip down memory lane, kind of. There's even twin snakes. I mean, come on. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure there's only 2 snakes on screen whenever Big Boss is on screen. Look, 2 lines of text, 2 snakes, 4 snakes, technically. Well, he's not Big Boss in this game, but you get what I mean. Snake Eater. Metal Gear. Big Boss? My impression is terrible.
Currently flying over the Arctic Ocean, altitude 30,000 feet, approaching Soviet airspace. Arriving at the designated drone launch point.
Drone launch point?
Drone oil pressure and voltage are nominal. Payload oxygen supply is nominal. Power supply to payload antifreeze system shows no problems.
One day I'll be
no gusts.
Solid snake impression.
All systems go for drone
snake
detachment.
This is a solid snake. No,
Snake,
that is
risk
not
a halo
solid
jump
snake.
this time around.
Airspace security has gotten tighter since we were last here. We can't get as close to the ground as we did during the virtuous.
Virtual
So
mission?
instead, we're
Yes, I
using
could
one of
say
our
it well
newest
last time.
Snake, you're being given an honor on par with Alan Shepard.
Alan Shepard.
This is our last chance. Show your patriotism. If you fail,
That's that famous
you'll be
rock
back in a
guy,
hospital bed again, waiting for the firing squad.
Damn it, the cutscenes.
So how does it feel to be a patient in one of the most advanced ICUs in the world?
Would you do me a favor and
This
tell
is the
the
last
suits about
really
visiting
long
hours?
cutscene, but still.
I'll never get
Never
better
mind,
with
I
them
lied.
assaulting me day and night with their
Me when I
questions.
lie.
Must be part of the top brass's inquiry.
More like an interrogation. According to them, I'm a traitor and an accomplice to the boss's defection.
They're just looking for a scapegoat.
Does that mean they're after you, too?
Let's just say neither one of us is going to be made a national hero out of this.
Does this mean Fox is going to die?
No. This fox is still one step ahead of the hounds. The
That's
reason I
such a
came
good
to see you
line.
today, Jack,
Like,
it's time for Fox to clear its
Foxhound?
What are you talking about?
The situation has changed. We still got a chance to come out of this one alive.
Yeah, what kind of chance?
Don't get too excited. Here, have a cigar. It's Cuba. This morning, I had a meeting with the CIA.
They decided when they're going to execute us?
No. Something even bigger. Yesterday, the White House received an unexpected call.
President Johnson?
Yes, I hear you, Mr. Chairman.
It was a hotline call from Khrushchev to President Johnson.
From the head of the Soviet Union?
That's right.
A few days ago, one of our country's main design bureaus, OKB 754, was destroyed in a nuclear explosion. At about the same time, our anti-aircraft radar picked up a signature that appeared to come from one of your military aircraft. Does any of this sound familiar to you? In retaliation, I have placed our armed forces on secondary alert. Depending on your response, I may be left with no choice but to order the military to maximum alert and unleash Armageddon. With the help of your predecessor, I was able to survive the Cuban incident.
Cuban incident?
But my power
is
not as great as it once was. If I am to survive this crisis, I must have your full cooperation.
I should have contacted you myself.
This guy's voice
Did
changes.
you know that one of our soldiers defected to your country a week ago?
So strange. I'm not going to elaborate. No spoilers.
So you
but it's
haven't
just,
heard that.
Why?
The man who arranged the defection was a GRU colonel by the name of Yevgeny Borosovich Volgin.
Volgin? Of the Brezhnev faction. Go on. Who is the soldier?
Her name is the Boss.
Dun, dun, dun.
She's a living legend. During World War II, she was the one who led us to victory in that war. In Russia, you know her as Voyevoda.
You mean
Baba Yaga.
the boss? The mother of your special
That'd be
forces?
mean. She's not as
Yep,
Baba Yaga.
that's the one.
Yeah, she's like
And
a
she
hag
took two
or a
miniature
witch.
nuclear shells along with her.
The boss took 2 miniature nuclear shells.
I'm afraid so. I believe they were
Nuclear
a gift for her
shells.
new hosts. The Davy Crockett Atomic Battle Group delivery system was completed 2 years ago. But serious problems were found with the launcher's range and precision. Although they were
Was that photo
mass-produced, they've
the
never been
PS2
deployed
game?
in battle.
On that sheet of the
But
boss?
Sokolov's research facility was completely
It is.
wiped out. The whole area is polluted.
I can only offer you my deepest condolences over this terrible tragedy.
So these are one-to-one the PS2
the
game.
boss, with Colonel Volgin's help,
Not
stole
the,
2
these bits,
experimental
obviously.
nuclear shells
The
and took them with her as
the
gift
pre-rendered
when she
things.
defected. Then, shortly thereafter, Sokolov's design lab, a top-secret military research facility, was destroyed by one of these weapons. Am I right so far?
Yes, that's correct.
And the American government denies any involvement in the affair. Is that right as well?
That's correct. We were not involved in any way.
Then what was a U.S. military aircraft doing on our radar screen? It was clearly in violation of our airspace. And yet you say it was not acting under your orders.
That's correct.
You expect me to believe that this was all the work of a single soldier?
I don't know what else to tell you.
The army insists that this is all a ploy on your part.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. Our government had nothing to do with it.
And I would like dearly to believe you. However, I'm afraid my power over the military has weakened since the Cuban incident.
Cuban
I
incident?
will need some kind of proof that this was not the action of the American government.
American government?
You have 1 week. You must catch the boss yourselves and recover the remaining nuclear device.
Nuclear device?
Then, you must find some way to prove your innocence.
Prove our innocence?
Prove our innocence.
Oh wait, that's what he
Yes,
says.
preferably something painful.
Ow.
Prove to me that this is not merely another one of your tricks.
The boss should be close to Colonel Volgin. How about a little co-action?
I would not expect too much if I were you. The political situation here is unstable. And Colonel Volgin is a member of the Brezhnev faction, which seeks to topple my government. 1 week. You have only 1 week. And if it is not too much to ask, do something about Volgin as well.
What is that supposed to mean?
Nothing. It means nothing. Call it a modest gentleman's agreement to ensure our continued relationship.
What if we can't prove our innocence?
Then I will be unable to restrain the military. I will be ousted, and they will seek their revenge.
A nuclear attack on the United States?
I leave the disposal of this situation entirely to your discretion, Mr. President.
Disposal?
If you fail, it will mean the beginning of a new world war.
To put it simply, in order to avoid a full-scale nuclear conflict, we have to prove that America was not involved in that explosion.
And eliminating the boss ourselves will prove America's innocence?
Right. The higher-ups have decided that you're the only one capable of pulling this off.
The man who was just put in
You were her
hospital.
last apprentice. Screw this one up, and we'll both be 6 feet under.
The man
No
who's
choice.
half dead for the last week. He's the only one capable. We have no other people working for the government.
Are the Russians going to be helping us?
The KGB has promised to lend us one of their communications satellites so that you and I can
Hello
talk to
there.
each other.
Wait, that's a new picture.
That's
They
it.
updated her
They've
picture as
also
well.
put us in touch with a
I
couple of
think
insiders.
it's the same
Insiders?
angle. Maybe it's not different.
There
I
was
feel
a
like it's a
defection in
different
September
picture.
1960. Do you remember it?
You mean the 2 NSA codebreakers who went over to the Soviet Union?
Precisely. Since then,
The
they've
model's
apparently been
picture's not
training with
updated,
the
but this
KGB
person
for
is not one of
exactly
the
this
models.
kind of
She's
situation. Their
the friend of
names are Adam
Kajira's.
and Eva. I've been told that Adam has infiltrated Volgin's ranks. We've also arranged for him to provide you with an escape route. You'll need to rendezvous with him when you get there.
Control. Unidentified aircraft detected. Altitude 30,000 feet. It's fast. Estimated airspeed exceeding Mach 3. Bearing south. I'm about to lose it.
Snake this time could not do a halo jump because we can't be risked being seen. Anyway, we're just gonna quickly get seen and crash. More cutscenes! Yay! Virtual mission.
This is Snake. Do you read me?
Loud and clear. Glad to see you landed safely.
I got blown pretty far off target.
Snake, Let's go over your mission objectives one more time.
He doesn't care at all.
Rescue Sokolov. Find out what's happened to the Shagohod, then destroy it. And finally, eliminate the boss.
Eliminate the boss?
This mission will be
Wait.
codenamed Operation
What's 7
Snake.
of 8?
Because I'll be taking on the boss in our Cobra unit, right?
Yes.
Don't forget about Colonel Volgin.
I'm not a hired killer.
I know, but that was the Kremlin's demand.
Demand? You mean it wasn't just a request? What's it to us if the Khrushchev regime is threatened by the Colonel and his faction?
If supporting the current regime helps us avoid a nuclear exchange, then that's what we'll do.
And what are the CIA's demands?
Our priorities are the rescue of Sokolov and the destruction of the Shagohod.
Roger that, Major Tom.
Hold on, Snake.
What now?
I'm changing my code.
What now?
It turns out Tom wasn't the most auspicious.
Is that a Ash Williams Dead by Daylight reference? What now?
I picked the wrong one.
The wrong one?
Did you ever see the movie
The
The
wrong
Great Escape?
one?
Came out last year.
Oh, must have missed that one.
That
Anyway,
one.
it's based on a true story about prisoners who escaped from a POW camp in Nazi Germany. The prisoners dig 3 tunnels as part of their plan, but the Nazis find 2 of the tunnels before they're finished. The prisoners succeed in escaping by using the last remaining tunnel.
Tunnel.
The names of those 3 tunnels were Dick, Harry, and Tom.
Tunnels.
I get it. You used the name of the tunnel they escaped in as your code name because you thought it would bring you good luck.
Yes, that's exactly right. At least, that was the plan.
But
I got the name wrong. The one they escaped in was Harry. Tom was one of the unlucky tunnels.
Tunnels.
It was discovered by the Nazis before it was finished. I watched the movie again just to make sure. In fact, I even ordered the actual film from the movie company.
yeah, it doesn't sound like the greatest name to use. So what should I call you?
You know, let's just use Zero, like we've been doing all along.
All right then. Major Zero it is. We'll start over from square one.
From square 0. My frequency is 140.85.
0.
Oh, I almost forgot. Paramedic is with us again on this mission.
Is this her last chance too?
If we fail, she'll have her medical license revoked. It's more or less the same kind of fate.
Exactly the same as
Her
being killed in
frequency
cold blood.
is the same as
Don't see
during
any
the virtuous
difference.
Mission.
Virtual mission.
145.73. She'll be recording your mission data as well, just like the last time. That frequency is also the same. 140.96. And there's one more person on your support team.
I'm like the most
His name is
unfunny
Mr.
person of all
Sigurd.
time, aren't I?
He's an expert on the latest in weapons and equipment technology. You'll be going up against some of the world's most advanced weaponry when you infiltrate the research facility. If you have any questions, just ask him. His frequency is 148.41.
141.
Got it.
Adam, your KGB contact, is waiting for you at the abandoned factory up ahead.
The same factory Sokolov was being held in last week.
Yes, meet up with Adam first. He's cleared the way for you to rescue Sokolov.
How will I know this Adam guy when I see him?
You'll know once you reach the factory. The whole area's been polluted by the fallout from that nuclear blast. No one else would dare come close. The password is, "Who are the Patriots?" and "Lali Lulelo."
Lali lulelu.
Gotcha.
You've been
Lali
equipped with a
lulelu,
45
lali
for this
lali
mission.
lali
Be
lulelu,
careful, it's
lulelu.
noisy.
I thought standard Fox procedure was procure on-site weapons acquisition.
The circumstances are different this time. You're now on an official mission for the United States government. It would be necessary to make your presence known to a certain extent, to the Khrushchev regime at the very least. But remember, this is still a sneaking mission. Snake, if you fail this mission, it will mean an all-out nuclear war. Keep that in mind and proceed with extreme caution.
Understood. Commencing Operation Snake Eater.
I keep going to make a joke, and I realize the 2 times that I've like thought about the joke, I've acted out with my face. What I was gonna say, you know, I asked for the password, and they have no clue what it is. They're like, and the Snake's like, "That's it. You must be Adam." Okay, well. I'm gonna leave this episode of Metal Gear Solid I almost said 3 Delta Snake Eater here, because this feels like a good stopping off point for me. we just did the Virtuous mission. That was like over an hour long. Feels like a very good part 1, if I do say so myself. I will do a quick save because she's gonna have voice lines and we'll hear them later if I don't save now.
Snake, it's so good to hear from you again.
Same here. It's been a week, hasn't it?
4 days, actually.
Huh?
I visited you in the hospital. You were still unconscious, though.
Then you must have seen me naked.
Yeah, but you were all wrapped up in bandages and tubes, so I couldn't do anything but look.
Snake, why
Better
naked?
luck next time.
Let's hope so. But seriously, don't forget that you were like that until just yesterday. In fact, you really shouldn't even be on this mission. Keep an eye on your stamina gauge. If you start to run low, don't push yourself. Eat something to replenish your stamina. And try not to get yourself hurt. If you're wounded or get bitten by a venomous animal, go into the survival viewer immediately and treat yourself using Cure.
Yeah. I can see you still know how to nag.
You're welcome. And I can see you still don't know when to keep your mouth shut.
Maybe so. By the way, I heard you're going to lose your medical license if this mission fails.
Yes, there was talk of that, but the mission won't fail, will it?
Of course not.
Good. I believe in you. But you know what? I really don't care about my medical license.
Didn't they use that to force you to participate in this operation?
No, I volunteered.
Why?
So that I could watch over you. Snake, you're the best agent I've ever seen. But you push yourself too hard. You're reckless. Someone has to stop you from getting into trouble, to make sure you and the boss don't kill each other. So that's why I volunteered. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better guardian angel than me, right?
Thanks.
Stop right there. You can thank me when you get back.
All right.
Something that isn't talked about enough with this game is how good the characterization of Big Boss is to separate him from Solid Snake, despite being played by the same actor. And I mean this on both a writing and acting front, because obviously David Hayter said that he played Big Boss in Metal Gear 3 a lot more immature and excitable because he is fresh in the field, the beginning of his life. And then also, obviously, clearly with the writing, there's a lot of stuff to differentiate. Like, for example, Solid Snake is very forward with women, very flirtatious with women in his games, and sometimes it gets a little silly with what he says, but he's always like genuinely flirtatious, and he's also very worn out and tired. And he's always like, you can see it in his codec calls where he's like always looking kind of like he's like kind of just drained looking all the time. But when he flirts with women, it's always like genuine flirtation. But you can see in this game, Naked Snake doesn't flirt with the female characters. And on the very rare occasion he does, it's never actually flirtatious, really. Like just then in that codec call, for example, it's played like he's joking around with a friend, not like he's genuinely being flirtatious. Where if it was Solid Snake, that would be full sincere flirtation. So I feel like how well they differentiate, like Solid Snake and Big Boss feel like two different characters, and they did a really good job of that. And I feel like that just doesn't get enough credit, especially doesn't get enough credit because a lot of people don't know they're different characters, and everyone just calls Naked Snake Solid Snake and Big Boss. Like, they don't know they're different people.
Okay, good luck, Snake.
Thanks.
But anyway, that does it for this episode of Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. Hope you enjoyed. Or if you liked it, let me know. I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye. Sorry, it's not Angela, it's a girl.
What have you done? You changed the future. You've created a time paradox.